clever.
Mum's currently living in a city, not much space around her.
It's all happening.
Wow, that's brilliant.
From our previous country lifestyle, it's sort of chalk and cheese. She would love to be back in the country. My dad was a farmer. We had cattle and grain crops. When I was around age 11, my dad, he got cancer and passed away. I was fairly young when that all happened. Memories of it are fading a little bit here and there. I know there was a great amount of stress. Mum brought myself and my two younger brothers up, fairly isolated, and definitely there wasn't a great amount of support networks around her. And she made it seem, to me as a kid, effortless. Mum's coming up to retirement age and she's still working. That started the cogs turning. I'd love to be able to provide her the opportunity to not have to work after that point. And that is something I'm working through.
Well, I better duck off, Mum.
I'm thrilled. I'm really excited.
All right, honey. Take care.
All right, love you. See you later.
Bye. Love you.
I was in the construction industry.
Yeah, we're here now.
At a reasonably senior level.
How far away are you?
They were long days because that's just inherent to the construction industry. I was just living for half a day Saturday and a Sunday, and then it was back to the grind on Monday. But while I was still working full-time in construction, in my off time I was learning about property development, and I had actually started exploring some small projects, and my share of the profits from just one project essentially equaled my annual salary. That was the light bulb moment where I just thought, that's the solution. That's how I get to live the other 75% of life by working just 25%. I was doing some research on property developers in Brisbane, found Rob Flux, reached out to him and just said, I want to go full-time developing. Do you offer mentorship? And that kick-started the journey with Rob. One of the items that Rob gets you to work through is, what is your goal? And mine was to finish full-time work and go full-time developing, and to put a time frame on it. I think it was 3 years. Rob kindly challenged me in a very friendly way.
So that's option number one. Option number two would be in favour of...
and he said, I think you can be doing developing full-time at the end of this course, as in 1 year's time. My head was spinning, thinking, this guy's crazy, like what's he talking about?
Thanks, mate. See you later.
But Rob nudged me safely, and to that point where I said, okay, yes. My first deal under Rob's expert guidance was a 9-lot subdivision, and that was my biggest deal at that time. The biggest obstacle was a week before I was due to settle, the bank I was working with got scared because of the COVID pandemic and walked away. They pulled their funding. So I needed to find, I think the purchase price was $2 million. I picked up the phone and called Rob and said, I've got a problem.
Absolutely, that's what I'm here for, mate.
So he gave me a bunch of contacts from a funding perspective. There were multiple phone calls, sort of just game planning, how do I get out of this mess? I felt a little bit silly or ashamed of the predicament I was in with that project. And Rob said something along the lines of, like, don't worry about it. I've been in something like this before and it's okay, we'll get through it.
Anytime, mate, anytime I can help. No drama.
Even just that support was amazing. Rob's program led me to look at my life and reverse engineer it. So in December, I put in my resignation letter and said, thanks, I'm out. Now I'm looking down the barrel of a project pipeline that's about $20.8 million worth of projects. Financially, I can support myself very comfortably. I can choose to do with my time what I want to do, and I now have the ability to give something back. I actually set up my current development, so Mum will have a new place where she can live, as well as provide some form of luxury cabin, camping, an Airbnb type thing, where that's a passive income for her and she doesn't have to work anymore. Just the thought of it brings a massive smile to my face, and that makes me so happy. My life's been impacted so much from meeting Rob Flux. There's moments where you sort of shake your head and go, this has happened and this is reality, and I can take this wherever I want to.